Hi my loves, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to share the process of creating this fun repeated pattern design with the help of a class on Skillshare who have kindly sponsored this video. This is my second pattern design since taking the class, so I'm still refining my approach, but I'm really happy with how it's going and all the cool little ideas that I'm getting for different ways I can use pattern design in my work in the future. It's actually turned out to be a great way to motivate myself to draw from observation and just practice my drawing in general. The first time I did this, I drew the objects around me on my desk. My first time drawing from life rather than photos in ages, and I almost used it as a study session, working on improving my observation skills. It was a good way to kind of distract myself into practicing. This time I went with a theme of things you might find in your pockets. I used a mixture of photo and real life references, as well as just making a few things up from my imagination. This whole practice kind of reminds me of my drawing objects page in my 30 Ways to Fill a Sketchbook series. It has the same benefits of drawing from life and practicing your observation and rendering 3D objects into 2D, but on top of that it's a lot more fun and creative, and you end up with something really unique in the end that could actually be used for things like wrapping paper or wallpaper or notebook covers, anything really. It's like a study session with a usable finished product at the end. It can go either way, with more focus on the study and less of an intention to use the finished piece, or more of a design in mind to create something that looks good. Anyway, the process involves setting out your objects in the middle of the page without touching any of the edges. I kind of knew about this process before, but the Skillshare class I took really went into detail in giving ideas and reasoning behind layouts, as well as different ways to cut the paper for different pattern effects. The class I took is actually taught by Julia Rothman, who's an illustrator that's created pattern designs for newspapers and magazines and wallpaper and books and bedding and billboards and subway posters. She's also taught at RISD, and that's one of the things that I really like about Skillshare. I feel like I'm getting a proper intensive course in something, just compressed down into a nice digestible lesson. Also, if you're looking for inspiration for your own pattern designs, the class projects are a great place to go to see the direction that other people have gone in. There's so much variety, it's just a practice with unlimited results. Skillshare have tens of thousands of other classes on all sorts of things, from business and websites, social media, online shops, to creative writing and photography and watercolour, to name a few. And those are just a few of the different topics that I've learned about on there. There's tons more. Premium membership comes to about $10 a month on the annual plan, and you get unlimited access to as many classes as you like. You can try it out for free for 2 months with my link in the description, valid for the first 500 people who click. So once you've cut the paper and positioned it how you like I said, there are a couple of ways to position the paper to get different pattern results. You go ahead and fill in the gaps, again without touching the edges. Then you can photocopy your finished work and jigsaw it all together. I scanned mine into Photoshop and stitched it all together to see how it would look. I also used the healing brush to get rid of the lines where I'd cut the paper, so the whole thing ended up looking really seamless. And there you have it, the finished design. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out the description where I'll have that class link, the free Skillshare trial, and info on all the tools used in this video. See you in the next one.